E and J on air.
Hello. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening to you too.
Yeah.
Hi. Welcome to episode 1 of E and J on air with Rinse FM.
Thank you.
This is a very special show because it's full of very special people. What are you drinking, Jermaine? Tell us.
Well, my E and J, I just put it down my top.
What's this?
But
What are you drinking?
well, my top got thirsty as well, so big up E and J. It adds character. Do you know what I mean? Please, Emerald, carry on.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Have we all got a drink? Is everyone sitting
Yeah,
comfortably?
we're good. Yeah.
What are you drinking, Joelah?
I'm just drinking some E&J and Coke.
Nice. You
Yeah,
on
I had
the
some E and J and ginger.
ginger bit? Nice.
Went for the ginger beer.
Jyoty ginger bit. I'm on the Coke.
Oh,
Cheers, everyone.
swear.
Yeah.
Oh.
Lovely.
In the eyes.
Yes, yes.
In the eyes, in the eyes, in the eyes.
The agenda for this episode, it's all about dating. It's all about dating, romance, your do's and don'ts, your experiences yourself or stories that you've heard other people tell you. Just everything that you know and have to share around dating. And we've all got quite different relationship statuses. So I'm going to introduce you all and I want you to tell me if it's complicated or if you're single or if you're in a relationship or if you're married. So Jyoty does a show every Saturday 10 till 12 on Rinse FM.
Look at you, so fantastic.
She's a fantastic presenter. She's one of my favourites.
She didn't even have to do that, but she did that. This is.
She better say that about
That's what it is.
Now Jermaine's trying to plug his own. That's just so.
You better say that about all of us.
Do you remember my show?
One of my favourites. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's how I really put myself in it.
Yeah, you did. Secretly, you did. Yeah.
Anyway, Jyoty. So what's your relationship status?
It's active.
Okay.
It's on. It's in a relationship. I'm in a. It's not. It's. I'm in a relationship.
Okay.
With a real person.
But you're not married.
I'm not married. I
Yeah.
don't live together. I live with me pals.
And how long have you been in this relationship?
It's been, well, this could, you know what, depends on who you're asking. But if you ask me, it's 2.5 years.
Okay, and if you ask him, I'm assuming it's a him.
Well, if I'm in the room, he'll say 2.5 years.
Okay.
If I'm not in the room, he'll probably say 2-ish.
Oh, and why is that?
Because I think the first about 6 months, it wasn't official, but neither of us were seeing anybody else. But I just like to add those months on because if we're not seeing anybody else, then basically we're a couple now.
Okay. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say 2.5 years.
Yeah, do that. It makes me happy.
Taken, but not ring on.
Not solidified.
But you'd
Not
spoken
been made
for.
an honest woman.
Okay. Next up, Jermaine.
I'm
Jermaine.
a believer. Yes.
Jermaine.
Yes.
Jermaine does a show called Cheeky Sport,
Yep.
which is a weekly show on
It's
Rinse.
on Thursdays.
And I said to him earlier, it should really be called Cheeky Football because they only talk about football.
No, we like.
I've said that as well.
I know. Actually, we actually do like football. Like, it is cheeky. Listen, we're gonna change it. Cheeky football, innit? Yeah, you don't know. But yeah, I am from Cheeky Sport.
And it's one of my favourite shows.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I've been married for 3 years this year, but been together 14 years this year.
Wow.
So, you know, childhood sweetheart and that. You get me? Like, you guys seen Love and Basketball and all that sort of
Yes,
stuff?
of course.
Bit like that. Do you know what I mean? Cross the road. Sweetheart from the estate and all that. Love on the block and all that sort of stuff.
And have you always been exclusive to each other? Or
We've always been exclusive to each other.
Have you ever broken
no
up?
6 months, you know, kind of, sort of. Yeah. So, yeah. And that's it. Now I'm married with 2 children out here.
So
Old
hold
man.
on. Have you only ever been with one person?
I've been with one girl my whole life.
Oh my
Oh
God, I
my
love
God,
it.
that is the cutest thing on earth.
So your perspective on this is going to be interesting then.
Well, yes. I feel like that's what I kind of add to my friendship circle because I feel like they're a lot more wilder than me. Obviously, it's 2018, but we'll talk about
So you're the wise uncle.
I'm the wise uncle. You know what I
Okay.
mean? I'm the one who's like, guys, seriously, we got to talk about this. But luckily, a lot of my friends are married now as well, so you get me? Yeah, it's happening.
so it's a
MMA, I
club.
call it the Married Man Alliance in the group chat.
Nice.
So it's growing.
Nice.
You're living the dream
Okay.
of like every young girl in school
Don't do that.
who's in relationships. That's the kind of life that they want to be living. Like, oh yeah, we're going to get married and we're going to be together forever,
Yeah,
basically.
it's not all fairy tales, right? Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, I hear that. I know how it looks.
All right, Joelah. Joelah Noble.
See, that is
who
my name.
has a show on Rinse FM as well. It's one of my favourites.
Wednesday.
Yes!
On Wednesdays.
2 to 4.
See, I'm on this.
Girl.
And Joelah doesn't just have a radio show, she hosted the GRM Awards last year as
the Rated
well.
Awards, yeah.
Which was fantastic. You looked absolutely beautiful in your dress.
Aw,
It was a
thank
gorgeous dress and you did
you.
such a great job.
Thank you.
And you also do the GRM News as well.
Yes, weekly news
Yeah.
every week. So
Joelah does her tang. But the real question is, what's your relationship status?
that is the real question. I'm married as well. We've been married for about 2 years now, together for about 7, but it's kind of like Jyoty. Like we do it based on when we met secretly, because as soon as we met, we're kind of just together, kind of inseparable, like from when we met. So it's really like, say, 6.5, or actually now it will be more 7, but like if we do it from when we met, it's like 7.5.
Dating's something that I absolutely hate doing, but obviously it's necessary. Before you get into a relationship, you have to date first. Unless you've been friends for a while and it kind of just happens. But, you know, sure enough, you're going to be going on a date at one point. I want to know from each of you, what is your vibe on a date? Are you a very traditional dinner, cinema, drinks, like that kind of vibe? Or are you an alternative dater?
I've never really been on like a proper date, to be honest. Like I've never been like in the dating scene. Even like with my husband now, like we were friends, and so going out with him didn't feel like a date. It was just like, oh, okay, we're hanging out, getting to know each other kind of thing. And even before that, like I've never been a dating kind of person. Like I just meet someone, we get along really well, we're really amazing friends, and then we're in a relationship.
Okay,
I'm
let
not
me ask you
condoning that
this.
behavior, by the way. I'm not saying that's okay.
That's
not
you
okay.
do your thing. You do
No,
your thing.
no. For all the young girls, that's not okay. You need to.
Wait,
I
what's
feel
not
like
okay?
you
What's
to
not
just
okay?
like to not assess your options. You know, you need to allow yourself that time to date and to feel someone out at first and all of that stuff. Because I've been in situations where I didn't really do that and it ended badly.
Yeah, I'd agree with that as well.
Yeah.
Wise.
But if you and your husband, you must have date night.
Yeah, of course.
What do you do on these dates?
Cheeky picnic. If it's a really nice day, a cheeky picnic I'll do. Oh, guys, stop it. I'm a gangster. Let's not do
Jeez. Yeah, that one's gangster picnic. Obviously.
this. Obviously.
I always go
Gangster
for picnics with my gangsters
Obviously,
friends.
gangster picnic. CG.
Come on now, guys. What else is there? That's probably one of my faves. I like going cinema as well, but
It's a good one.
yeah.
All right, so basically, this is the trick to dating, yeah? Let me give you guys now. Listen.
Oh,
The
okay.
biggest nonsense you ever.
We're
Are
getting
you ready for
advice
the nonsense,
now.
yeah? This is the nonsense, right? 2 ways. Obviously, I feel like they're seeing somebody, which is basically what you're saying. If you're seeing somebody, you date. You're not you're not together, but you're just conversations. Do you know what I mean? All right, boom. You go see a movie. If you're seeing somebody, you can do dead things. Go see a movie and then go get a food.
Go get a food.
Go get a food.
Say nothing.
Yeah, if you guys can't talk and can't vibe, you can always talk about the movie. Do you know what I mean? Then you got something to talk about.
Content.
Because, you know, sometimes it'll be dry. You know, sometimes some people ain't got it like that. You get there and it's just you two staring at each other.
Yeah, not everyone's Jermaine.
Obviously. So you can always do that. Me personally, me and my wife now, if we are going to do a date, we rather do something. So that the last date I went on, we had dinner 50 feet in the air. It's like a roller coaster looking thing.
Oh,
It's like weird.
you guys. No, it's adorable.
You don't see that? It's like you sit there and then they harness you in like a roller coaster thing.
Yes.
You seen that, innit? And
Yes.
they just strap you up and you go up high and then
I would
you have a meal up
never
there.
do that.
Yeah, it was just something different, innit?
But
just
it's scary.
Yeah, but it's better than
But
like.
if they go together.
Yeah, and it's jokes. Do you know what I mean? And
What do you mean if they die?
I didn't want to use that word.
That's really
That's
y'all
what I
can
meant.
die together.
Yeah.
That's romantic.
No, thank you.
That's gangster, bro. Yeah, so yeah, in terms of dates, like I think later on, once you guys are together, always try to do fun things, man. That's my personal opinion. Try to do something different. Not every day, dinner and drinks and a bar. Obviously,
Sometimes-
I feel like that's great for like warm-ups. just
Sometimes
to get
risk
to know
of
someone.
death.
Sometimes risk of death.
Prove
Sometimes
your
try
love to
something-
each other.
Yeah, sometimes try something new. Yeah,
Fabulous.
paint someone naked in the middle. You know that them naked man. You just paint somebody. You just do,
Naked man.
yeah,
You
a
are
woman.
saying some amazing things.
Exactly, and you just
I'm taking notes.
you could do. There's a lot of dates.
Hold on. I need to ask a question now. Have you and your wife been on a life drawing date where you've painted a naked man?
No, I haven't done that yet. No.
She's getting excited now. She's like, okay, Jamaica, say you
Yeah, I can't draw either, so yeah.
I'm getting some good ideas. Okay, Jyoty, what about you?
I've actually, my boyfriend and I have only been to the cinema once because I actually don't really watch movies. So, and the one time we did go, it was one of those cinemas where you get like those big love seats with food brought to the table and blankets and drinks and whatever. I'm a more, this weekend, for example, we're doing date weekend. So on the Friday, we love going to Chinatown and just go to like little places to eat food. So we're doing that on Friday evening. Then on Saturday, we're going to a festival because we love raving together. And then on Sunday, we go to an exhibition.
You know what they say?
Couples that rave together
stay together.
and also split up afterwards, so it's fine. And then on Sunday, we're going to an exhibition. So I like doing, I think our very first date, we went to go play ping pong. So I like doing things because you get to know each other really quickly. You know, like when you're playing a game, you get to see who's competitive, or can they take a joke, or are they sensitive? I think that's an easy way as well. 'Cause if you're active, if you sometimes run out of conversation, you're in the middle of playing a game anyway, so it's fine to have moments of silence, I think.
Jeez.
What about you?
Okay, cool.
Can I ask you a
Yeah,
question?
why do you hate it? Because you said, I hate dating. I'm like, why?
Because I am a very anxious person, believe it or not. I know I've picked a very strange career considering that I'm an anxious person, but honestly, I cannot deal with that situation. I can't deal with the stress of somebody being put in a situation where you're basically there to be like, do we fancy each other?
It's probably
This is true.
It is awkward.
That's mad
I'm
awkward.
always just like, and just giggle too much and knock drinks over and things like that. And I don't like it. It's not good for my nerves. It's not good for my nerves.
I hear that
But
still.
I've been through it, put myself through it. But I'm with you, Jermaine. I really like an alternative date. And one of the first dates I went on with my boyfriend now, he took me to an immersive Alice in Wonderland show.
Oh, that's
Nice.
sick.
It was great, and it's right up my street. Like I used to do a bit of immersive acting and all of that. I like something different as well. It's good. So I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, man, have to.
Don't
check.
know about the risk of death thing, but you know, yeah,
But yeah, honestly, I hear
agreed. But then at the same time, I'm a hopeless romantic, and I love dinner in the cinema as well. I just like it.
My
Yeah,
first,
sometimes
the first birthday present my husband got me was actually skydiving.
What?
Yeah, and I'm absolutely terrified of heights as well. He's lucky.
Was it
He's
together or
even-
just you?
It was us together.
Oh, that's cute.
I
You
mean,
did it?
I'm terrified of heights. I did it only
Well done,
because, like, my ego. You know, that's it. Ego was just like, Joelah, you know, we were 13,000 feet in the sky and, like, people had already jumped out. And obviously you've got someone behind you and all of that. So and they kind of push you out. Like, you really have no control. Once that
Bye now.
person's behind you and you're, like, on the edge, you have no
to
control.
jump.
Yeah.
What went through your head? Sorry.
As soon as I came out, it was just more windy than I ever expected it to be. And they warn you as well. They're like, like put your hand over your mouth and your nose so you can breathe properly. But there was like a guy that was doing videos as well. And like, who wants to be putting their hand over their nose when there's a video person? This is evidence, okay? You want to look good. So I tried to do like a... Really? It was terrible.
That's true.
But it was beautiful. I wouldn't do it again though.
I'm really impressed.
Done it
though.
though, yeah.
Thank
big up.
you.
I
Thank
would
you.
that's one thing, and I'm a very adventurous person. But when it comes to being thrown out of an airplane, I don't understand what the motivation is.
Neither do I.
No.
Honestly, neither
Did you
do
enjoy
I.
it though?
I did. Afterwards, I was just like, this is beautiful. This is
sick.
actually amazing.
What about dating disasters?
You might like be on a date and then have like a bit of a stomach ache and then things go a bit wrong. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of if I've ever had any disastrous date. I've not ever had like a really bad date because I think I've just walked out at moments where I felt like this is not going anywhere. I do a quick
walked out.
no, like make an
Some crud.
think of an excuse and leave. I've just left.
What's your
Well, like-
excuses?
Like,
You
just
know,
like
sometimes
fake
you
a
don't
ringtone
feel
and
well. Sometimes you get a phone call. Sometimes you just say,
Oh, hello, babe. I gotta go.
"Hey, my phone's off."
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Someone else's phone going off. No, yeah, I've got dates. Listen, I'm not 19 anymore. I ain't got time to waste. Do you understand? Like, if this is not going anywhere, Imagine I'm Indian, okay? I've got a mum calling me every day from another country. She don't even care how my career is going. She doesn't care about my health. All she wants to know is husband,
Oh, wow.
babies,
Yeah.
something. She goes, anything? That's a favorite thing. Anything? So I've been on dates. Like I was single from the age of 20 to 26, completely single. So like not even I had a third date with anyone. Like single. So during that time I was all right. But then when I got to like 26-ish, 25, 26, I wasn't wasting time. When I was sitting across the table or next to someone on the bowling alley, wherever we would be, and I wasn't really feeling it, but sometimes you feel a friendship, and you just let them know. Listen, before, at the end of today, you try to lean in and do something funny, ain't gonna happen, but we should definitely go to the Lil Uzi Vert concert together or something.
You are jokes.
That's the smoothest dumping man's ever heard in my life. You can go to see Lil Uzi, but don't kiss me. Don't
Don't try that.
But would you be that open? Like, look, I'm not really feeling you. But...
A lot of my really close friends were once, we got to know each other because there was an interest from either side. And then you become really good friends. Yeah, definitely.
That's a disastrous date, man. I'm not going to lie. If I go on one date, she's
But
like...
a date shouldn't always have the result, shouldn't be... An outcome of a date shouldn't always be either a relationship or something physical or something romantic. A date is getting to know someone.
Yeah, but I mean, like, imagine after the
But
first
no,
date,
that's
you
true.
know that you don't want to be romantically involved with you.
But
So
then you
you're
become
like,
really
oh,
good
so
friends.
Is that not fair? No.
No.
If I take a girl out and expect her to be romantically involved in them, and then after the one date she's like, it's not happening. I'll be like, okay, it's not a bad thing. It's cool.
It's a fail for the guy.
It's a fail.
For
It's
sure.
a fail for the guy. Like,
It's a fail for you.
it's a
all
fail for
day.
you still. You can't come back to the random like, oh, basically she said we got to be friends. So I'll be like, all right.
Can you imagine?
But people get
You're done out here.
people get turned down all the time, no?
You can't expect that every date you go on, if you're dating, you can't expect the first one to be like straight away saying, yeah, do you know what? I love you.
No,
You know?
no. But I mean, the first one might lead to a second one. But she said Lil Uzi Vert and done. Listen, after we finish dancing, it's done.
Because I'm not trying to waste anyone's time. I'm also not trying to lead a guy on.
Yeah.
That's the
No,
last
I hear that.
thing.
No,
I'm
that's
gonna
hear
do.
that. No, I hear
That's
that. I
the
do
last
hear
thing.
that. I reckon
I'm not
respect
gonna
that.
be that person that you leave with some sort of excitement, or you're actually trying to put effort and time and energy into me, and I'm not giving you what you're
Word,
expecting.
word. I respect that. Kill that quickly.
Exactly.
Jyoty, you're a very straight up woman, aren't you?
Thank you.
I appreciate that about you.
You're welcome.
So, go on.
Disastrous.
Yes.
I'm allergic to nuts, so I've had like allergies halfway through a date before, and I was done.
No way, like Hitch.
Oh, I've got one. Okay.
Or if that one was like, would you say Hitch? Yeah. Except for it wasn't on purpose. See on Hitch, he was styling on her.
No, he didn't do it on purpose.
He did.
No, he's meeting the parents or something.
No, he did it on purpose so that she could like trust me. You got to rewatch it.
Let's
Babe.
watch it,
You got to
yeah.
rewatch it. It was a move, but
You like this film a lot, don't you?
I do. I'm not a rom-com, mate. Yeah, but yeah. So that's happened to me before, except for it wasn't a move. And sometimes a date's just dead. Sometimes you pick the wrong place. See the food, you're like, sorry, babe. Should have read a few reviews before I got here. So yeah, there's a lot of different ways it can go disastrous. Or you could just get dumped. And she might just tell you it's dead.
Don't point at me when you say dumped.
This weekend I booked what I thought to stay over right at a gig. I booked what I thought to be a romantic cabin for me and my boyfriend to stay in. And when we got there, because he's booked one for me before my birthday last year, like, as a surprise, and it was so beautiful. I was like, I'm going to book one for us this weekend because he's going to come all the way with me to Kendal for this gig, right? So we get to the cabin and I open the door and it's like something out of brownies, like school sugar brownies. It's 2 rubbish mattresses pushed together, not even a double, and like a microwave in the corner. And you have to rent bedding, and guess what bedding is? Sleeping bags.
Oh my
It was so jokes.
God. You didn't do your research.
I did not do my research.
Emerald.
Luckily, it was hilarious.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it could have been a
Make the best out of
disaster,
it.
but it was jokes. You got another disaster for us?
Well, no, yeah, it's not necessarily disaster in the sense it's like a bad day. But when you said allergies, and so quickly throwing that in, I'm type 1 diabetic, right? So my blood sugar fluctuates up and down. And one of the reasons that it does so is sometimes emotions can really bring that into play. And I remember I fancied someone for a really, really, really long time. And we had been on a few dates. It was one of them ones where we were kind of working together, we became friends, and then went on a few dates. And then the first time we ever had a kiss, I got so excited. I got low blood sugar and went into a hypo mid-kiss. So I went almost into a seizure and he didn't really know what was happening. And I had to explain to him. I was like, I've been waiting for this for so long.
Oh, no.
And if he watches this, he knows exactly what moment we're talking about. And then I had to send him to the fridge to get me Lucozade. I was like, there's Lucozade in the fridge, and I'm just downing the whole bottle.
Yeah, he's a G still, yeah.
Did you carry on?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, good.
Because like you can't stop, if you then stop kissing me, you're rude. Because then you're being discriminating against diabetics.
Oh, my days.
You better kiss me.
Yeah, literally.
yeah.
Yeah. After me.
All right. On that note, dating do's and don'ts.
You definitely don't fart out loud for everyone.
Fantastic advice.
Right?
Not on the first, but once you're in a relationship, I think it's important to be able to fart.
100% agree, and you have to be able to poo with the door open as well.
Yes!
Most certainly.
Yes!
I don't know about all of that.
What?
Huh?
Do you and your wife not like, if you do a really good poo and it's like a really amazing shape or something, are you not like, oh babe, you need to see this?
No.
Really? Never.
That's love.
Emerald, have you ever done that?
No, but I definitely
No, I mean, I
have the
just know
door
what shape,
open
like-
and like I can.
Look.
Like a Harry Potter wand. I swear. There was a poo and it looked like a wand, and I was like, babe, you
Can't
need
check.
to see this. You need, honestly, this is disgusting. That's how you start it off, just
You know
so
what?
you kind of, you know.
I've done it with an
redeem yourself a
ex,
little bit.
but not in the relationship that I'm in.
I've
think
not
it
done my
takes
first
some
fart in
time.
front of him yet in 2.5
my
years.
You
goodness
have
me.
to.
I've been trying. He won't let me.
You have to force the situation.
Big up. Yeah, big up on that still.
Flatulence.
Okay, I didn't think it was going to go like talking about that.
All right,
thought you-
moving on from the poo thing.
Yeah, I thought, you know, you said do's and don'ts. I thought you guys were going to get into a discussion about payment, who pays.
Oh
who
yeah,
doesn't.
no,
oh,
let's
sorry.
make it that.
Sorry.
I honestly thought, I was waiting for them to go, guys should always pay. And she's like, you know, poo.
Sorry, guys.
That's why I was like, raw.
I mean, I was joking. Ha ha ha. I wouldn't do that.
Joelah
I was
doesn't
just
do.
joking. Jermaine.
Joella's a G. She just stepped up a level in madness.
Poo all day, every day.
All right,
Yeah.
let's discuss that then. Who should pay? Tell me what you think.
I think it depends on who initiates the date.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I've already said, yo, mom, taking you somewhere, you know.
You don't talk like
So-
that to anybody.
I do
That's a
sometimes.
don't.
I do sometimes.
That's a don't.
No, it's not a don't. Chicks dig it. All right.
Chicks. What chicks?
Chicks dig it.
Plural.
Listen. This is what I tell her. Like, listen, man. Come on, girl. Listen, I'm gonna take you somewhere nice.
Wow, is
Put
this your
some-
wife? Who are you
What
talking
accent
about?
is this?
Who are you talking about?
My wife. I might say it to my wife. Baby, I talk to her like that all the time.
Not gonna lie, I kind of like it.
Thank you. You know what I mean? I just tell her, listen, I'm taking you somewhere nice. That means I'm paying. That means I've sorted it. That means we're patterned. I know where we're going, babe. You ain't
Yeah.
gotta worry.
And if and you get home and she wants to go straight to bed, is that okay then? Look at his face. This is what I mean.
I will be a bit hurt, but it's fine. What am I gonna do? Wake up? No, obviously I'll go to bed angry.
This is the thing. This is the thing about payment.
I'll
This
go
is.
to bed upset. That's fine.
These
I'll
are the
be
same
okay.
guys in the club that if they bought you one drink, they're gonna chase you all around
That's
the
a lot.
club till the
That's
lights
not
go
true.
on.
That's not true. I'm not gonna chase you, but I might be angry. I
Might be
like,
waiting by the toilet.
yeah, I might be like,
You're that guy.
No.
You are.
I'm not waiting. That's disgusting. Especially with Mrs. Dudio here. Don't you like those toilets, okay? Ain't doing the toilet thing round here. Don't try to rope me
No
into
public toilets.
that. No public toilet.
No
Don't
public.
try to rope me into that. If you get a drink, fine.
Joelah, who should pay?
It's not really a big deal. Like, again, it's kind of what you said about whoever initiates it, but at the same time, if I initiate it, sometimes you still pay in it. But sometimes I'll pay
Yeah.
and accept that. But maybe most of the time you pay. Also, it depends.
Wait, what?
Also, it
Very casually, you slipped that in there.
I will pay,
still, I
but
caught it.
most of the time you pay. Also, depending on how much
She
we
like,
make,
she pays the Nando's
right?
and he'll pay the sharks.
Can we not talk about that? How much we actually make? So if he makes loads more money than me, yeah, like I'll treat you and everything if I can.
You
Or
shouldn't be expected to keep up with
yeah,
the levels.
That's how people get in problems, trying to keep up with their partner in terms of paying for stuff and buying them nice stuff and all of that. Yeah, so depending on that, depends on who should pay, really.
Good answer. Jyoty?
Usually a good day goes from one place to the other because you don't want the evening to end, right? You go to multiple places. I'm usually the type of person, if you get one bill somewhere, I get the next, no matter what the number is, I get the next place. You get the next place, I get the next place. We alternate. And for example, if I know I'm on a date with someone who makes less, then I've got it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah,
Because if I insist on going somewhere nice, then that's my wish. And then I have to pay for what I want.
For
So-
sure. For sure.
I think all those answers are valid, and I also love how not one person mentioned whether it should be the woman or the man. So well done, everybody.
2018.
We've moved on.
For us.
We've moved on. I want to know how you all went about meeting your other halves. Did you meet them in the flesh? Did you meet them on a dating website? Have you ever used Tinder? What's your vibe? Jyoty, you start.
I have been on Tinder once for 8 hours, and that was it. I'll tell you why. Also, I remember. First of all, I ran out of men because I swiped so much. I got really excited, and then I was I was a door girl for many years in East London, and
That's how we met, I think.
probably actually yes, it is. And I was working at this club in Dalston called The Nest, and after my shift, I went into the green room because my friends were DJing. And there's a guy in the green room who I was chatting with, and we really got on, good conversation about like, politics and stuff. And at the end of the conversation, he goes, I would ask you for your number, but you didn't swipe me right earlier today. And that freaked me out so much, I deleted it there and then. I just thought this is too real and this is weird because I've definitely never met you before. And then to just throw that casually in the conversation, that makes me backtrack everything I've said and a bit weird.
Creepy. He should have just straight up and said it, and it would have been funny before, not the end of the conversation.
So that was my...
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, Don's a bit scary with that one. I'm not gonna lie.
That's my only... I'm very
Creepy.
I'm very open to other people and internet dating. For me, I'm old school. I want to meet someone in the vegetable section in Sainsbury's. That's me.
I'm kind of disagree with that.
No, for me. For other
you,
people,
yeah,
other people can... They say it's the most successful way to meet people is online now.
yeah.
So you'd say in person is how you prefer to meet someone?
My current partner, we met on a door the first 3 times. And the third time, I just thought, okay, why does this guy keep talking to me? And I talked back properly. I think the first time I was very not... No, you're on the door and you're stressed out. So I was trying to talk to you. I'm like, please just go inside now. Shut up. Thank you. And when I was a teenager, my boyfriends were like from school and from working in the sneaker store. And he used to work in the sneaker store. Yeah, so they've always been real life.
Cool.
That's nice, but I think you're lucky.
Maybe, yeah, I hear. Yeah, true. Yeah.
And also you have a job where you're meeting people a lot,
Yes.
whereas some people don't have that. What do you think, Jermaine?
I think now, obviously, I met my wife ages ago. But I think now, if you're gonna meet people, you gotta do it online, man. You gotta I think that's just the only way to do it now. If you see somebody online, I'm being serious. Like, if you see them in person, you can make your move. Not the only way, but I mean, I feel like it's the most common way now. I feel like it's the norm. Like, every time people show me it's like, yo.
Show you their what?
Yo, fam, listen. Let me show you this thing, man. It's always through. You rarely hear so I was in Sainsbury's and bumped into this.
I don't even reply to DMs from strangers.
I honestly think now, certain guys, the days, like when I was a kid, you had to chirps girls. Don't know if you guys know about that. I don't even know what that even means. Do you know what I mean? Back in my day, you had to go up to a girl and be like, hi.
Because of online dating and the way that it's changed the game a little bit, do you think that being approached by somebody in person now has made it a little bit of like a, why are you approaching me? Has it changed that sort of relationship where people can just approach someone if they fancy them and be like, yo, you all right?
Maybe for the younger generation who are actually used to this online dating kind of life. Me personally, again, I've been in a relationship for quite some time. And right before that, I was in a relationship. So I've never been a part of that. The last kind of online dating kind of thing I ever did was MySpace. You know?
Whoa.
I know, I took it way back, didn't I?
But surely you get approached a lot now.
Yeah.
And how does that make you feel?
In person, I never like being approached in person.
What?
Like, it's just really awkward. I don't want to be rude, but at the same time, it's like, I don't want to talk to you like that. But also at the same time, in this industry as well, it's always nice to meet new people and network. And sometimes that person might initially think you're attractive and like want to chat you up. But once they get through that no, it's never going to happen, then potentially you can actually have a really good friend. But that is very, very rare.
Okay, what about online? What about sliding in the DMs? Because I am sure that your DMs are bursting to the rim. Let's be honest.
I just don't respond.
But you get them, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And how does that make you feel?
I don't care. It doesn't make me feel any type of way, to be honest.
But is that person a creep, or do you think fair play?
No one will ever be judged by me, first of all.
Lies.
No! Except for that one person.
She's literally going through all the guys in the
He was telling me about pooing. Oh, I couldn't deal. No, honestly, like, shoot your shot.
Yeah, word.
So I'm genuinely, like, I don't feel disrespected. I don't feel like, ill, you're disgusting. Any of that. If it's funny, then I really might laugh. Not to them, but like to a friend. I'd be like, look what this, if I knew them, I'd say LOL. But I don't know them, so I'm not going to say LOL. But yeah, I'm not offended by it at all. Shoot your shot. Do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Why not?
I just think it's annoying though. Do you know what I mean? I would much rather be approached in person. Like, that impresses me. If you've got game, if you have the ability to come and approach me and not come off as creepy, you're a legend. But if you don't have enough, if you don't have enough charisma that you've got to resort to hiding behind your DMs, I just don't rate that. I would lose respect for you instantly.
Biggest don't.
Right.
If you see a girl in real life, in the club, on the tube, whatever, don't message her afterwards. Excuse me, were you like in that club tonight? Or was that, did I get it wrong? You know I was there. You saw me because you were staring at me for 2 whole hours. Just talk to me then.
Yeah, I think it's a really
I
wet approach.
appreciate when someone just come up to us. The thing is, no one feels too good. I mean, I don't feel too good to just have a conversation. And I also don't think that just because you approach me that now you're obsessed with me. You just approach me, and no matter what happens, we can have a 5-minute chat. We might have a 2-hour chat, but just do it in real life.
Yeah.
If you can. Obviously, if you never met the person, that's a different story.
And I just,
But if we're there...
See how common what she did? She just said somebody met her and then sent her a DM afterwards. That's what I'm trying to say, because that's where everybody's comfort zone is now.
Nah.
It's through the keyboard. I'm sorry, guys.
No.
It's just the way it is.
I'm not having
2018.
it. I'm
That's what
not
the kids do.
having it.
I automatically assume that if someone's sliding in the DMs and they're not serious, that's my automatic thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because if you really fancy a person, you go up to them. And you make that effort. You let them know. Body language says a lot. When someone's typing a message to me, I can't see your face. I don't hear your tone of your voice. I don't know how much you care about me. You might copy-paste that message to 50 other people.
Emojis are not real emotions.
Yes. Especially not if they're fruit or water drips.
Oh, God. If they're aubergines or 3 water drips, you need to get out of my DMs.
Yeah, please. Goodbye.
What are some of the worst DMs you've received? Can you remember sending...
All right, listen, yeah.
See it go on.
I had an experience that I never... Babe, this never happens to me, ever, all right? I don't get DMs, okay? I don't get DMs.
Oh, here it comes.
First time I was... no, it just doesn't happen to me, all right? There's no hot chicks in my DMs, except for... This happened to me recently. So, like, you got DM section of people that you know, and you got DM section of people that you don't know.
The requests.
So, obviously, I went in a request, and then somebody was like, you so fine. I was like, must be a catfish. Like, I didn't believe in that. I left it, whatever. Then they sent another message like, yo, hey. And I was like, all right, cool. So, let it slide. Then, obviously, I must have put a funny Insta story. They replied to the Insta story, oh, you crazy funny. I'm like, all right. So, this person's obviously...
On it.
Yeah, they're obviously on it, yeah? So one day I'm on the train, you know what I mean? Obviously waiting an hour for the train and that, going back through my DMs, and the person has sent me a nude, and I was like,
Oh my God.
I was like, nope, I'm
Well,
done.
like, what kind of nude? Can I just ask what kind of nude? Like, was it from an angle? Was it in the
It
mirror?
was from an angle from like there down, so this was prominently in
It
the
was like
screen.
this, taken
so
like
it was
that.
like as soon as you saw it, you saw
Breasticle.
Breasticles.
breasticles
Breastices.
right in the screen, and I just
Whoa.
swiped, deleted, and blocked because I knew it was a catfish. Like I just knew. No, like,
They're trying to set you up.
Yeah, it's a shit us out.
Okay, so I was out one night, right? In the club.
Mhm.
And I was very inebriated that night. It was a time when I was single as well, which is rare because I've been in about 7 relationships back to back, right? But I've had a couple months in between. And I'm chatting to this geezer and he's all right. Like, he's quite safe. But I'm like, I'm drunk. So anything I say, you know, take it with a pinch of salt. And that's a standard, right?
Right.
I must have given him my number. No, I didn't give him my number. This was a DM. This was a DM. So he finds me on Instagram. And I fully did not expect to just open it up and it was a dick pic.
Oh.
And it was in black and white as well.
Ooh,
God, add the filter. I respect it.
The question is why?
I was
What are,
like
you,
art.
what are you trying to hide?
Make it look pretty.
Artistic.
Be creative.
I'm sorry, I don't know about
Do it. Make it nice.
Because let's be honest,
You know, you got to gif it sometimes.
boomerang. A boomerang. But let's be honest, dick pics aren't classically sexy, are they?
If you're gonna send news in 2018, be creative. I actually, do you know what? I'm in a group chat with some of my close girlfriends, and we this chat, the girls send the nudes before in the chat, so
Very
we can
common.
all say this is really nice.
Fair enough.
To the point where we're
Fair
like,
enough.
do you want to take mine?
I have the same thing.
We do that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, very common.
Yeah.
I have a group, and that is what we do in that group.
Yeah.
Sorry, when I said very common, I didn't mean in the guys' group chats. We don't do that. I just know that that's what ladies do in their group chats.
You exposed yourself just
From
then.
The cheeky sport group chat.
Hey, you man, what do you not think it is?
Should I put it in black and white?
Oh, this. Hey, move on.
We know now. We're not judging you. No judgment. It's fine.
Okay.
Next on the docket.
The question is, does it work? Does sliding in the DMs work?
Yes.
Do the dick pics pay off?
There's a whole song about it. It goes down in the DM.
It goes down.
It goes down in the DM. It goes down. It goes down. Look, you know it. Yeah, so that's because it works.
Yeah, it's true.
It's proven, man.
I was just on my last trip in New York. Every person I spoke to, every guy I spoke to, none of them asked for my number. Everyone asked for my Instagram, and actually to message me. I'm like, why you don't text me?
That's what it is.
Well, do you know what? I don't like giving out my number. I can give you my Instagram because, like, you know, I think it's much
I always
safer.
put my whole
Do you think, though?
name, my phone number, my email address.
See, look, I think this is interesting, yeah? On Instagram, you can block. On Instagram, you can still message, yeah? Except for now, they have pictures of you. They know your life. They know everything you do. They know a bit of your routine. Like, Instagram is probably a little bit more personal than your number in 2018. In 18, you can still, if you get my number and, you know, you try to call me or text me, I can still block you, just like Instagram.
But I guess if you do a kind of job like if you're a presenter, which we all are,
Exactly.
we all want people to see our lives because that's our job.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know?
So that's what I think, like, now a lot of people give to Instagram.
I just
think a lot of people are like, I don't really want to give my number, but I just think,
Because if they just
what one's more
phone
valuable
you,
now?
imagine someone you don't want having your number phoning you, someone you don't really want to talk to.
But I'm
or-
giving you my
Small
number because I'm
conversation.
interested.
Yeah, okay, okay. But it's like, oh,
Joelah doesn't even know what that feels like. She's like, okay. Someone's
well,
interested.
all right,
okay.
thanks for reminding me.
I think a phone number is sacred and should be sacred and personal and for your friends and family.
I'm with you, Emerald.
Remember them days, phone calls when you had the house line and you used to
Yes.
fancy someone in school and your mum used to shout at you, get off that phone. Them were the days. I like phone calls. If you care, don't try to WhatsApp me. If you want to make an effort, call me.
But maybe
I ain't gonna lie,
Try to
that's a
WhatsApp
dream
me.
thing, but I hear you. 5-day pass and all of that. When they used to,
Oh, the good old
but those days are
days.
over, guys. You guys are old.
Did you not-
They don't do that now,
Yeah.
guys.
I resent that.
You guys need to get
Did you
with
used to
it.
get EMA?
No, I didn't actually apply
I
for it,
did.
but I know you're talking it.
I did
5-day
20 quid a
pass.
week, spend
Big
it
up
on...
you see, do you even know about 5-day
Subway.
pass? No, you see what I'm trying to say? Of course she's gonna. Of course she's not gonna know about 5-day pass.
Speaking of privacy and what is still sacred and what isn't sacred, and doing the jobs we do as well, we put our lives on Instagram quite a lot, right? And a lot of people just do that anyway, regardless of whether they are doing entertainment jobs. Do you believe in publicizing your relationship? And are you one of those people that does, or do you feel strongly not to?
Initially, I didn't. I was a bit scared, anxious. Some of these people are crazy. You know what I mean? So initially, I was really scared to put my kids out there. I still have some of my friends. I still have like god kids and stuff that I have, which I'm still not allowed to post any pictures of them because their parents don't allow it. However, myself, I think I'm cool with it now. I'm a bit comfortable. You get me? If you want to try, man, try it. Like, watch. Yeah, you get me? But I'm just saying, besides that, I feel pretty safe online now.
I'm not the only gangster, am I?
No, you're not the only,
You're not the only one at the gangster picnic. Right?
No.
There's a few of us there, babes. A few of us.
So now I feel like it's fine.
Joelah?
Not all the time. Every now and then, if I feel like it. I don't make it a thing where I'm like, oh my God, I have to post my relationship. Like, I have to prove something. Because people are just too nosy anyway. And obviously not the bad stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Obviously nothing's perfect. And it's not like I want anyone to think that it's perfect, but life is up and down. So it's not every day that every time it's down, you go and publicise that.
Very interesting.
So yeah.
Jyoty?
I'm calm. If there's something to post, if there was a nice picture taken on a holiday, then that goes. But I'm also not Insta famous, so I don't think about these things that much. And also one thing I've noticed, a lot of guys don't give a bleep. If they can see you with your man, they see you posting your man, they still go for it. So it doesn't matter what you do.
True.
It's true.
But just want to make it clear, there's a thin line between privacy and secrecy. So, all right, so you can be private, can have somebody and be private. I'm not, like you said, they ain't got to be there all the time.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if I see you out
I'm
here
on the
alone,
mountain.
if you're always getting dinner for one, you get me, and then obviously you're hiding something, and that's not very nice.
And nowadays, even though you can be quite detached from not taking any value about your personal life from social media, which I think my partner and I are really good at, social media to us is fun, it's jokes.
Yeah.
But even as much as you say that, if on your birthday, your partner doesn't post a picture of you with her, even me as a grown woman who doesn't really take any value from my social media accounts, on that day I'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So I'm with someone who is just not an Instagrammer. Posts like once every 3 months. And like we had our anniversary recently. I didn't expect him to put a picture up, although it would have been nice. But
See, that's one thing. Just little things.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Like I did it. But
You did. I saw.
no, I understand what you're saying. I think it's nice to be proud. If you're someone who Instagrams a lot, like it's nice to be proud. Like, why should you hide that? But also, I think like it goes back to the sacred thing. Like some things need to be sacred and private, and that's important.
Yes.
What about breakups and publicizing those?
Well, I kind of fast forwarded on that, didn't I? The bad stuff is what I was talking about.
Exactly, yeah.
No one will ever know that I've like broken up with my partner until you just see all those pictures. If you've looked to see if the pictures are still there, the pictures are just gone now. I would never go online and say, oh, by the way, everyone, I'm not with my partner anymore. It's
What
over
about when
and
you
done
change
with.
your relationship status on Facebook? Do people still do that?
I don't have a relationship status on Facebook.
Yeah.
What is that?
I think I'm married to my best friend on Facebook.
Love that.
And we
Keep
have
it
been
like that.
since like 13 years ago.
Yeah. I never had a relationship status. I've always been pretty private. So it never even had to get changed. My ex-boyfriend though, he went above and beyond, honey. He changed it to it's complicated.
Oh.
Yeah.
Honestly. People who even... Oh my God, I get aggressive. People who do
Seriously.
that, get your life together. What camera am I looking in?
This one.
That one. Listen, if you're someone, who actually changes relationship statuses, and especially if you ever put it to it's complicated, check yourself.
Child.
Don't.
Yeah.
You guys are being a bit mean.
No,
man.
no.
You lot being a
It's
bit-
the truth.
It's
Listen,
complicated.
It's
like the
disrespectful.
For the past 10 years, all right? I'm talking about since BBM days. When the bird's upset with you, the screen goes black. Not talking to nobody. All caps. I'm angry. Oh my God.
Why are they all American?
I don't know. That's how I hear them. Oh my God, I'm so angry. You won't believe what this guy said to me. So at the end of the day, it's cool. It's all good being like, I don't, tell anybody. But really, since then, and I'm talking about BBM was what? A decade ago. All I'm trying to say is, people are always going to express themselves in those sorts of ways using technology.
I never did that. Just
Ma-
saying.
Emma-
But if you
MSN
never-
Messenger.
If you guys never done
I
it, again, I rate it. But however, it's the norm. It's been the norm for 10 years. If she's going to tell a great Twitter thread about how you're trash, then mate, just accept it.
And when you've broken up with someone, I'm laughing because I'm so guilty of this. Do you stalk them afterwards?
100%.
Yeah.
For the rest of your life. I want to see you unhappy.
Jermaine, I guess you can't comment because you've always been with the same girl.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, do you really stalk them? No. Do I advise people
Yes.
to stalk their partner? No. I think I know it's going to happen, though. Yeah. But I mean, like, no. Guys, don't stalk. Do you know what I mean? Just, do you know why? Peace of mind. Just...
Yeah, for me, it's only one real ex when I was 20. Maybe looked at his social media for 3 months.
Oh, I'm so unashamed stalker.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Every now and
Yeah,
then.
that's all right. Yeah, 3 months is cool. Yeah. It's a little break.
Just me then.
Before the closure.
No, every now and then I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm not like crazy about it. And usually when I just like, if we just broke up, I wouldn't go because I couldn't take that. My heart probably couldn't take it. But now I would.
Sorry, I do. If there was like a girl maybe back in the day who was like, crazy.
Buffing.
I'll be like, you know what? I wonder if I search this person's name. You know, when they come to mind, like, I wonder what happened to...
Yeah.
Just type it in quick. You see, she's a dead thing now.
So you do it to make yourself feel good?
I don't think, no, it didn't look great. I'd be like, good for her. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So, again, I'm not stalking.
Yeah.
But if you want to
Just
check in on people's socials, nothing wrong with that.
Do you know what's really funny? That the guy I broke up with when I was 20, he said, like, I was a teenager when we were dating. And after we broke up, the next person he dated, and I believe still is with, is a very famous artist that he used to always play music of. When we used to get ready for going out, like someone he was like a fan of, he ended up dating her.
Oh, that would
but
really get me
When I
mad.
saw it, I was like, good for you.
You were happy for him genuinely.
Yeah, and because I think I was
done.
we broke up. It was fine.
Yeah,
I mean,
you were over
We
it.
were over it after like
Yeah,
2 months
yeah,
or
yeah.
something.
Well done.
And if you break up, do you or should you or do you know anyone who has tried to make your life look amazing on socials, like post the banging selfie or
Everyone
something
does.
like that? Joelah?
I really don't know. I just hate stuff like that. It's quite annoying. And I know we're all guilty of it to a certain extent. And obviously, I'm not going to be out here in these streets taking like moody selfies, just broken up selfies, crying with a tear in my eye. I'm not going to do that. But it's so obvious when people like do it on purpose. It's proper obvious. And I think it's really, really sad.
I think it is very common. Do you know what I mean? It's easy to put up one of them little word captiony
Drake
things.
lyrics, always.
Yeah, the lyrics like, I'm doing what, if you can't enjoy me at my best, don't accept me at my worst. Or them sort of things. People do all the great caption
Other way
memes.
Who can't have me at my worst. Can't have
Listen,
me at my worst.
yeah. However, I always say the best tactic if you do have a breakup, guys, trust me, this bangs,
Go away. Disappear.
is disappear.
Yeah.
Just don't post. Just don't post. Is she angry? Is she upset? Is she crying? I wonder what she's doing. Is she linking in?
Where is she? Who's she with?
Trust me, everyone fears the unknown. If you don't know what she's doing, bro, trust me, the guy's gonna go mad. Trust me. So, ladies, when you break up, don't post your passive-aggressive posts. We don't care. We know we're winning once you do that.
It
Delete
always comes
yourself.
back to who wins the breakup. It's a classic who wins the breakup.
It's not a win or lose
No, but
situation.
No,
Gotta
but
be smart.
that's always been a topic in every kind of
is.
TV show we've watched. It's always who wins.
It's true.
Who
It's
comes
not a
out on
competition,
top?
but that's what it's literally
So
called.
if you're
Who wins the breakup?
posting your fake selfies, like,
I know.
I'm gonna know you're unhappy. It's gonna know.
Oh, I feel
Yeah,
sad.
it's going to
It's
kind of
right.
make you feel good when you do that passive aggressiveness.
yeah,
That's why I don't do that stuff. For real.
I've definitely done it
Yeah.
a few times.
Yeah.
Post the banging selfie,
It's normal. It's
make
normal.
them jealous.
It's
Look
just
at
when you have
all
good
of
luck.
this.
It doesn't
Look
work,
at all
though.
of this.
That doesn't just say, Chelsea, next time, just disappear for a
Are
month.
you sure it
What
doesn't
next
work?
time?
I promise you, just...
But Jermaine, I feel like you're a very well-rounded individual, and not everybody is like you. You know.
You reckon, yeah? You reckon it works? I think, guy...
If I see a picture of my ex and he looks amazing, I'm like, damn it.
It's always that when
Why
you
did
run
it
into
go?
them for the first time, you need to make sure you look the very best.
Oh
yes,
my
that, I agree
gosh.
with that.
That's
Okay,
the
no.
same, no?
Yeah, that is the same. You have to look. Yeah, you gotta You got to level up. Okay, yeah, okay.
You gotta let them know what they could have had.
That. Yeah.
Not like, hey, look at me, but just like, by the way, I'm
doing
very
great.
gorgeous. You know what I mean?
Remember?
Remember?
I think it depends what energy you put behind it. If it's that desperation energy where you're like, oh my God, I just need him to see it, he will feel that and it will come across as desperate. That's genuinely what I feel. But if you're just doing your thing and just living your life, then
Which just happens to be by a pool with an expensive drink in custom bikini.
Then that's just what that is.
Exactly. Right. I want to talk about a special place that we all go to.
Oh my God.
When you bring that special somebody back to your yard and you might light a candle. You might put on some music. You know, we all enjoy music here. We all work at a radio station. What's on that playlist? And I want to know one song from each person.
Anybody want to go first? Or
No.
I feel like you should go for it.
All right, guys, these are the artists that you need right now. If you're into the R&B, these are the lads you need to listen to, all right?
Lads.
Her, all right? She's got great slow music. Division, DVSN. Too Deep, that's my tune right there. Yeah?
When it's a gospel choir singing that they're too deep.
Is that, yeah?
Oh, the contradiction.
Too deep. Ooh. Pull out. Exactly, you gotta have that. Trust me, all right? There's somebody else, Raheem. You guys might be up
Raheem
on
Devon.
Raheem, no, not Devon, but there's another Raheem as well. So odd spelling, it's like E-I-M. Sorry, just search him.
Like
later.
Jaheim.
Yeah, like Jaheim.
But Jaheim's on the list.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So there's some good R&B, but for me, just put in Division. That's my guy. Those are my guys right now. Yeah, put him in there. Who else is there? Daniel Caesar. All right,
Oh my God, with the song with her.
Yes, best
Come on.
part, yes.
So there's a lot.
I'm sweating.
If I gotta pick one, Division Too Deep, because we already sang that one.
Okay, so you guys already know I'm a gangster.
I love G-Unit song.
Close. I'm not the kind of like sexy song in the bedroom kind of person. Oh, I just thought of one actually.
Oh.
I just thought of one. But it's not really a sexy...
What is it? Is it Christina Aguilera?
It's... No.
Dirty.
You... What do you think of me? You poo all the...
No, not allowed. Come on, you gotta give us one.
Okay. Sorry. It's a Frank Ocean song.
That's
actually.
all right.
Yeah, no, initially it wasn't. I'm not going to lie to you.
What was your initial one?
Initially it was a Jay-Z song.
It's
called Party Life.
Yeah?
It's off of his American Gangster album, which is like one of my... I'm a really big Jay-Z fan. I really am. American Gangster is probably like... One of my favourite. Top
This is
two.
where it goes wrong, because it definitely should be...
And it's just like real cool, real calm.
So are you choosing that or are you choosing Frank Ocean?
I'm going to go for the Jay-Z one. That was the first one in my mind.
Jyoty, what's it going to be?
So I'm going to completely, obviously, go against what you just said. I'm going to say two, only because one, nobody knows. Well, no, you know why? Because one, everyone should... Okay, hang on. When I say it, you're not going to know who it is. But one of the best lovemaking songs ever written and ever sang to anyone is by a man called Van Hunt. And the song is called Your Love. And when he hits that falsetto, not a Jay Holiday, nobody comes close. Okay? So if you want to do your homework, look at that. If not, like something like Sierra Body Party. That's a good song.
They've all had their choices on their sexy playlists, right? I get my choice now.
Okay.
Get my choice. It's hard to narrow it down. Someone who I really like listening to in a sexy way is, you know, Jameson, as in JMSN.
Oh, JMSN. I love JMSN.
Nerves.
I love JMSN.
And I saw him play at Jazz Cafe once, and it was amazing. It was amazing. It was amazing.
I love it.
But I've made my choice. I've made my selection. It's a new tune, right? It's from the Scorpion album. It's the Drake album, and it's called After Dark. And it is a sexy ass tune.
E&J on air.
This is E&J on air on Rinse FM on the table. And I'd like to say thank you to all of my guests who have been here today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank
You
you.
look great today.
Thank you.
You are great. And I do feel like we all got to know each other a little bit better.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot better. This one over here. If you've missed anything from the podcast and you want to listen back, you can listen back on the Rinse FM website. If you go rinse.fm/podcast, or you can look it up on the Rinse FM SoundCloud page. And importantly, we have got an event coming up. It's an E&J event. We're going to give away free tickets. So if you want to come along, it's going to be a massive party. All you've got to do is look out on the socials, the Rinse FM socials and the E&J socials, so you don't miss out. Thank you very much to my guests.
Thank you.
Ty Dolla Sign, if you hear this, I love you. I'd like to make love to your voice one day. So
you've been listening to E&J on air on Rinse FM. See you later.